Peace, 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 kings and queens, peace, peace, and peace. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Well, we went through it. It was very, very cold. I don't know where you guys are at, but where I'm at, it was 7 degrees today. 7 degrees. Yes. Yeah, man, it was very, 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 very cold. Very, very cold. What I would like to say though is that I started realizing, and doing my broadcasting, that there's a certain type of people that come and that are really good, supporters, and they big up my channel. They talk about my channel, and I saw a guy, me and somebody were talking about it today. This guy made 14 videos of me, and but they were all bad though. That's what's the bad part about it, is they were all bad. And I never saw this guy before in my life. I don't know what he was talking about, like the things that he was saying. He was saying that I must have grew up in a one single parent home, and I grew up in the gutters, and all this kind of things that he was saying, that I had no discipline, and was on welfare. And he was saying all of these things, and I looked at his channel. This is one of the guys that came on, and we blocked him. And but while I was doing that and thinking about it, I was thinking about, like, wow, how do these guys really look at me, and like, what do they think about, like, what are their real thoughts about me? So I think today, well, I'm going to talk about the equipment, but I just want to show you guys a little bit of what where I come from, and what I was used to, and some of the things that I've done. The people think that DJ Phase is just come out of the woodwork, but I really didn't. And on a couple of, I went back and looked at some of my broadcasts, and I saw that I was showing some stuff. you know um I'm just getting back to where I can show some pictures again. So I'm very, very happy with that. Very happy with that. You guys, like I said, you've been donating, and you've been putting in, like I said, every time I get a donation, I throw it in here, and to make it go, we're gonna start, like I said before, last week or the week before, we gotta start collecting for the Mario thing. Oh, while I got it on my mind, Boostetto. I found out today that Boostetto was actually at I think it was the fourth annual. You got to let me know, correct me if I'm wrong. The fourth annual DJ Phase tribute to Disco King Mario event. He was there. He was there, and all of this time, I did not know that that was him that was there, and he filmed it. They sent me one of the videos from it, and I was like, "Whoa! I needed that video." So Bustetto, listen, give me a call, man. Hit me on the ring, because I think we exchanged numbers that day. Give me a call on the ring, and I definitely need to speak to you, and get those videos, number one, and also talk about some things. Okay, so I'm going to do the shout outs later on, when I get a little bit, when I get at least 12 or 13 comments, then I'm going to do some shout outs. But I just want to jump right in it. I want to jump right in it, because I got the pictures, and I got to start showing off the pictures. Okay, so let's take a look at the building. Okay, let's take a look at the building. All right. Now, this, I believe, no, it is. No, no, no. Okay, yes, this is the corner building. I think this is on in the first section. This is the corner building. But I'm just giving you an example of what the buildings look like in the early 70s and 60s. And if you could see yeah, that fence around there, that was that was early. That was early. So that's what Bronxdale looked like. Okay. And so if you look at that, back in those days, if you look at the sidewalks and you look at see how the grass was covered, we couldn't get in the grass and stuff. There's a little piece of car there on the side, but that's a 60s car or something. But anyway, what I'm saying, you don't see any places where you can put an air conditioner or anything. So our buildings, even though they were nice buildings, were not considered the rich buildings. Now, even though these buildings were much better than a lot of other projects that you would go to, our buildings were pretty nice, but they were not considered like the Cedric building, which was a rich building. Okay, so now and look, now this is off of Westchester Avenue. Okay. And in the background, you can see the tenement buildings, and you see the kind of cars that were on, and they were getting ready to do some construction. But that was the look. That was the look in the 70s. In the 70s. Now, also, for you guys that don't understand where I am coming from and what I'm coming from, look at this. Take a look at this picture. Okay. That's me. That's DJ Phase and my and my growing collecting records days. Now, if you look at my hand, those are 45s, and I still have those exact 45s till this day. Okay. Now, if you look at on the side of me, that's called a close and play, a close and play record player. Okay. So that was battery operated, and I could actually take it outside. Okay, so now this picture is actually in the 60s. This is a picture that's from the 60s. And I just want you to know that, that kind of dress was like our dress, that tweed jacket and that was our dress. But the main reason why I showed that picture is because the love of music for me, the love of having records and playing them. Now, so a lot of the pioneers, that they talk about or whatever, I don't think it's really. It's very rare that. Well, first of all, and my whole time of doing podcasts and stuff like that, I've never saw anybody show them near close and play record player. I've never saw that in my whole entire life. So if you guys have seen it before, if you know where the picture is, just do it. Show it to me. I would love to see that. I would love to see that. Also, this picture I would like to show is from now. This is a door, okay? And I don't know if you can actually see the magic marker on there, but the magic marker is LK Corrado, and Dondi. Okay. If I took a picture of it lower, you would see Tracy and Scene um, at the on that. So the reason why I show you guys this is because these are the first letters that I could do in graffiti. You know, these were the first letters that I did good in graffiti. And this is very, very old. This is this is in the 70s. In the 70s. It's very, very, very old. Um I can show you this. This is a picture of the actual sign, and this is a later sign. So this is maybe this might have been the beginning of the 80s when that sign came out of Bronxdale. Now, I know you guys. I always talk about OJ, and a lot of people they're on their records and stuff. They talk about OJ. Now, this is an actual card from the OJ service. When I tell you about the OJ service that was on Watson Avenue, and that was one of the cars that I used to get all the time was 44 Kirk. I wonder how he's been. I haven't seen him in a long time. He used to drive a 98 with the doggies in there and the double cushion seats. So we would put him on hold all the time. And the reason why I tell you that and I show you this, guys, is because this is OJ. This is where when the guys say you go the way OJ and all of that, um, let me ride in my OJ, taking a ride in my OJ. This is what they're talking about, the car service. And if anybody knows from back in the days, they would remember KI2 2222. That was the call for OJ. So a lot of people talk about that they know what OJ is and stuff, but they really don't. They really don't know where it is. They would those pioneers that talk tell them to bring up and show you official OJ card. You know, nobody can say that that's that's not an OJ card because that's exactly it. If they were ever took a OJ and if they ever had a card, they would know that that's exactly it. Okay. Another thing that I wanted to show was this. Excuse me, some throat caught my throat. Um, Anybody that's from Bronxdale or Monroe or Bronx River or Soundview or Lafayette would remember this store right here. And I wish I could go into the comments and for somebody to tell me, well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to ask the question. Does anybody know where this Tom McCann was? Okay, this is a shoe place. And if you look at it and see, you'll notice that's the same exact one that was back there in the days. And it was very close to somewhere that we all used to love and go to. I can say that much. Also yesterday, no, the other day when I was on, I wanted to show you what I had pulled up about the actual strike. Okay, the actual strike that happened in 1972. So this is something that you could look up and know what was going on. So if you look down there, but that's Wikipedia, And it says a community-led protest by the Young Lords demanding better service, which led to some improvements like plastic bag notes. Okay, that's Wikipedia. But the real deal, not in Wikipedia, was that the Black Spades uh, actually helped the sanitation department because on their strike, they were getting battered, like beat up, and the people would throw garbage cans at them and bottles and everything. And so the Black Spades actually had to step in and help the sanitation and got no recognition at all. And that's a part of what I try to show people that that's a part of what was going on in the 70s. So we had all of these different things, you know, that were socially going on around us. And so to escape a lot of these pressures and things, we would be in our projects and we would actually, just do things. I know I said that I'm going to show you some of the equipment, but I'm going to do that for tomorrow because I just basically want to show you what was going on at those times. Okay, now this is something that I wanted to show you guys. Um, I really wanted to show you guys. Okay, so you remember when I was telling you about how the real British walkers had the square front, okay? A lot of times, if you look at older pictures, you will see that a lot of the ones that say that they were pioneers and creators, they had British knights. They had British knights, and they did not have real British walkers. Okay, so those are real British walkers. These are real British walkers. Okay. Now, if, like I said, you can tell the difference, you can tell the difference of real British walkers. You can just tell. And what kills me is, a lot of these pioneers that go way, way back and say all of these things cannot produce the real stuff. They cannot really produce the real stuff. And so that's why I try to, you know, produce the real stuff so you guys can see. That was a real OJ card. Those are real British walkers. That was a real picture of our buildings. That was a close and play, which is very rare to see close and play from back in those days. Um, also, one of the things that got me about the guy that was talking, and he was talking all of the smack on the thing, was he was like, I never got out of my neighborhood. I never, did anything. I'll show you those later. But let me continue. Let me continue. Um, okay. So now, these records right here, right? Those crates I've had since the 70s. I changed them up, during the years, like in the 80s and maybe the 90s. I changed them up because a lot of them through wear and tear, um, they got broken up or whatever. But that's what my room looked like anywhere, anywhere that I went. That's what my room consists of those type of records. I just did a video on my other channel, and it showed me breakdancing. Well, it showed me the start of breakdancing. I'm getting prepared because I guarantee you, this year at my event, I'm gonna go down on the floor and do my stuff, and that's guaranteed. I'm gonna do that. All right. So you guys, you can look forward to making FaZe be a man of his word and go down on the floor for. I hope I didn't, talk too soon before I even tried it. But yeah, that's it. Another thing I wanted to show you guys is now look. Now, you remember when I was telling you guys about how we had to match, like that was something that we just couldn't not do. Like we couldn't go outside if we wasn't matching. So my jacket got to be the same, my pants, my sneakers, my hat got to be all basically the same. Now, and those are the those are the poodles that we had that we were not supposed. Anybody knows about Bronxdale in the 70s and 60s, we were not supposed to have any animals, any animals. So when we used to have to hide them and and try not to let them bark. If they were barking, you put up something over them so you couldn't hear them. But I showed this picture so you could see how we matched. We just matched. Look at that hat. Do you know what that hat is called? That hat is called an applejack. That's an applejack. So remember, we were asking the question. We were saying, well, okay, you know, if you dress like that, if we got fashion from you guys, show some pictures of back in the day of how you dressed, how you dress. So I found this picture, and like I said, the Applejack, the corduroy jacket, the pants match or whatever. And that's just how we were. That's just how we were. That's me, and that's how I was. Um Another perfect example of, now I'm 16 here, and this wasn't even my first car at 16. Um, but if you notice, again, the if you see the style and the dress, how we were, that's how we did. Like that's just how. If you look in the window, you might can see the doggies. That's a Cougar XR7, I think it was. And we had to have the air fresheners in there, and that's just it. That's just how we were. There's no denying how we were. That's how we were. Another thing that I want to show you guys is this. Okay. Now, I hope people can actually see what this is. I mean, this is this is history in the making right there. So, Number one thing is that for me, for me, and I believe everybody in Bronxdale can contest to this, is that two of the names on this board were the creators, not the creators. Well, yeah, I can actually say the creators of breakdance. And that's just, there's not, if anybody can prove that they were there before this guy, then please let me know. Please let me know. All right. So it was broke down in two parts. Okay. So LK meant two things. It meant the Keith, it was for Little Keith, L, Little Keith, and Little Corrado. Okay, so that's up at the top. So basically, when the name came and we started breaking up into crews, remember, key thing, going to crews, because at first it wasn't crews, we were just individuals, just straight up individuals. And so Corrado stood for our names: Keith, my name, Ricky, Anthony, Douglas, and Oscar. You see that? And so if you were on a six train in the 70s, you had to see this name. You had to see this name. Like, you had to. This Dondi, Tracy, and later in the 80s, um, Cap would come over if we did a train car to car. Cap would come over, and I guess he was the guy that was in Wild Style or Beat Street or one of them, and he was doing the over the people's tags and stuff like that. But that's what it was. That's what it was all about. That's what it was about. It was about um, tagging on something, and just like wherever you went, you would see that. So though that's early, like, and that's what I'm saying. That's that it's early, and these are the things that birth hip hop. The mentality that we had were the things that birth hip hop. Now, remember, I had said that I wanted somebody to name that place, the store that was there. Um, this this was another rat that was caught that was considered a super rat. Now, this isn't the rat from the 70s outbreak. This was actually in a store, one of the stores that you guys go and get your sneakers from. This was caught in there. Okay, so yes, that's something to think about. Okay, let me see. Let me see. All right. Ooh, here we go. Let's go back up And first, I want to say shout out to Riri. Riri wasn't feeling good at all, and she still made it. She still made it, which I love her for that. She's just one great girl, Riri. Give a shout out to Riri. Black Y Lorraine. Jamaican steel drums was definitely not used in the creation of hip hop. Okay, so yeah, I gotta laugh. You gotta laugh, right? So, I mean, what can I say when I gotta put that up on the screen. Okay, so now look, think about this. What this guy is really saying. He said that Jamaican steel drums was definitely not used in the creation of hip hop, and that's true. That's true. Um, later Later, we did use uh, um, a record. Um, I like my chicken fried. Ding, 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 ding. um, and we did use some xylophones and stuff like that, but that was not the creation. And I think people get it so mixed up with the creation and what after the creation. That's one of the biggest things that people are not really getting. China Black, what's good? What's good? What's going on? China Black, peace. Black, Lorraine, okay. Jamal all around the world, what's up? What's up? How are you? Peace and love, L1. Okay, I skipped over some stuff. Marvin, what's up? Peace out. Marvin McKinley, peace out. What's going on? I don't see any answers. I don't see any answers. Oh, shit. Salute family, the most high. He comes in like that. Most love, most love. Princess Mina's here. See, now there's some people that I can count on. They're going to come and they're going to know and they're going to be a part. And I think in reality, I think these people are the ones that run into so much pushback on other channels because they know the real deal. They know what's real and they know what's fake. And so there's a lot of jealous people out here that don't want them to know us to know and to be a part of the real, and that's just how it is. Point blank period. Okay, let's see. Oh, they're shouting each other out, which is good. Is that China said, is that Tom McCann on Hunts Point? Almost, but not there. China Black almost got it, but not there. Somebody from Bronxdale gotta pick that out. They gotta know where that Tom McCann was. And if you're from Bronxdale, Bronx River, or Soundview, you gotta know where that, or Lafayette, or where Monroe is. Those, you gotta know that. Just look at the picture. Look at the picture, and I believe you guys are gonna find out when you see. Okay, Most High. Mhm. Riri says she loves the photos. Oh, I love you too. I love you too. Mr. T, what's up? Peace, chat. Peace, peace. What's good? What's good? Okay, Most High, Most High, Most High. Where are these questions at? Um, where are these pictures? Oh, Burnish Brass 883. Burnish Brass 883. Okay, I guess I don't know if you're new to the chat, but listen, welcome, welcome, welcome. I think I'm going to go back and show some more pictures. Okay. All right. So now let me show you something. Um, I don't know if you guys have ever showed you this, but this was a little bit before Andre passed away. Now, this was a concert that we were doing, an old school concert, and we had a lot of old school people that were there. And I just want to say, listen, these these times now that we're in now, um, have led up from back in the days till now. Now, I think this next picture, let me take this one off first. I think this next picture might get me in some trouble. But I'm DJ Faze, so but and plus it was already on the internet, so um, you know, I shouldn't get in much trouble for showing you guys because the picture has been on the internet. But the reason why I say these things is because of when I say people don't realize the creation and what it is now. I showed you the picture of Andre after things started, being good for him. Tomorrow I'm going to show you a picture of him me and him before he got into these things. Just like when you see pictures of Puffy before he became a mogul or whatever. And that shows the difference of the beginning of something, the middle of something, and the end. We would never think, when we were coming up, that we would ever see something like this. We would never think that we would see something like this. And I'm not going to keep it up there too long, but um, that's a part of what was going on. Here's something. Here's another early picture of me. That's an early picture of me on the Neve board, and you can see it's older picture. I got a New York hat on. I don't have my signature face hat on, and that's what I became. From doing DJing with Mario to playing at the Apollo to doing different things. This is the love. This is the love that I do, and it's a part of me. This is Black Rob. We did a show right before he passed, and that's hip hop. That was what I'm into. That's what I do. So for people to say that, oh, FaZe doesn't know nobody, he's not unknown and all that, yeah, well, okay, say what you want. That's one of my best friends right there. God rest his soul, Biz Markie. And I have millions and millions of pictures of me and Biz Markie. Here's somebody that they don't even talk about right now. That's me, Breakout, and Tony Crush. And that's at one of my events. And people don't even really talk about Breakout. People don't really talk about Tony Crush that much. But those are the guys, and those people are people that I show you this because these people actually know FaZe. They actually know me by what they call me. They actually know my real name. They actually know how old I am. They actually know because they were there. They were there. And there's somebody right there that and you could tell these are older pictures because I'm actually that's no dye in my beard or anything. That's really the color of my stuff. And look at Melly Mel. You can see that's the older Melly Mel. That's not, I mean, the younger Melly Mel. That's not how Melly Mel looks now. But the reason why I say that is because of the progression of hip hop and the timing of hip hop. And it shows you, tomorrow I'm going to show you all pictures from the 70s, just all the 70s pictures. I'm going to show you a picture of Mario. I'm going to show you a picture of me on the set of Mario, and, just kind of things. Now, look at this picture. Now, this is Nina Sky, right? This is like basically, I want to say 90s. Yeah, it would have to be 90s. If you look how skinny I was. That's the skinny DJ phase. Now, I want to show you the progression of when that picture was taken of me and Nina Sky. And then this is Nina Sky a couple of years ago. Is there a difference? Is there a difference? Is there a difference? There's a big difference. There's a big, big difference. And that's why, people would say that, there's eh, when hip hop started, when hip hop started, that it started with the cutting and scratching, and it started with the break dancing, where they would with the crews and the stuff that you see on Wild Style and B Street and stuff like that, and that the MCs were rhyming and saying stuff, but they're not telling you how it got to that part. Like, they're not saying, how did it get to there? How did it get to that part? And that's the one of the key elements. Um, this guy right here, people do not even know who this man is. People do not know who this man is. And when I saw him, after having seen him for maybe 40 something years, maybe I didn't see him. And I couldn't believe it. And he said something that just crushed me. He said, "Is this little booby?" And it just crushed me. And then he called me the A word and everything. And um because they called me something else back in the days, and that's another thing that's on a lot of the flyers that these guys always come up with. That name is on a lot of flyers, because at that time, T Connection, Stardust, Rooftop, all of the 123, just all of the places, was on there, Celebrity Club, just everywhere. But I bring that up to say that these creators, these pioneers, could not go up to this guy like that, and I guarantee you he would not remember them and say like what he did for me. He wouldn't do that. And the reason why he did that is because, yes, I was there. Like, I was there. I was there. Now, that's a second question that I'm gonna ask for all these pioneers and these historians and all of these people, the creators and everything, because I'm not gonna say his name yet. And tell me who this guy is. And just look at, do you see in my face how happy I am? I'm like almost crying. I'm almost crying. And like because like I said, I hadn't seen him in so many years, and it was just like to see him was just incredible. Just thinking about it just made me understand something. um Also, now look, this is one of the things that I wanted to show as well. So this is one of my Mario events, and the person with their back turned right there in the front, the person right there in the front with the bald head, right, is one of the guys that said, I'm so fake and I didn't do this and I didn't do that. If I was so fake and I was so didn't know nobody and nobody, why would people be there at that event in the middle, right, of the crowd, like just like from back in the days, is young black dancing, and you see the people are circled around him because that's normal to us. That's normal. I'll be on the turntables, they'll be dancing and rocking out, and people be circled around them. Now, after he does this, and I get a little bit whatever, then I'm going to start cutting on the mix. I'm going to start cutting and doing stuff like this, doing stuff like that. And then they going to come and run and see what I'm doing. And that's how it was. That's just how it was. That was nothing to us. That's the cadence of how it went. That's it. That's how it was. And that's how we do. I can't wait to show you guys the actual stuff. And right there in that part, I can't wait till tomorrow to show you guys those pictures of us being in that park. 70, 71. You see? And so people don't get it. So this is something, and I like I said, this is something that is normal for us. See, all of these creators and stuff should be able to do this at any time. At any time. They should be able to pull out their equipment and have a crowd come. People don't even know, whatever, and hear the music for blocks and blocks, and that's it. That's how it should be. But a lot of these creators, all they talk about is, oh, I lived over here. I lived over there. I lived this ways. I was doing this. But what is you doing? What does that mean? And what does that have to do with hip hop? One of the things that I didn't even realize until somebody told me was one of the people that is so mad at me, so whatever, supposed to be known so much and all of this, wasn't even in Bronx still till 78 or 79. So how you gonna? Oh my God! When I heard that, because I always said I never saw her. I never. Oh, now I said her, but I never saw the person. Right? I never saw the person. And the person was saying about what they did and how they close it was and with Mario and all of that stuff. And come to find out, you wasn't even there in the creation. So you can't say nothing about what happened. You weren't there. How you gonna know something and you wasn't even there to say, but you giving concrete evidence and saying that you was there? That don't work. How does that work? Make some sense. Okay, and for those that said that, I never DJ nowhere, nobody ever see me DJ or whatever. What can I say? Like, what can I say? You know, a lot of these pioneers and a lot of these people can't say they were on the stage DJing or anything at the Apollo. And I'm not bragging or nothing. I'm just stating the facts. I'm just stating the facts. And because I got the pictures here, I'm just stating the facts for those people that just, oh, you never did nothing or whatever. Now, they'll look at this, right? And just like the other guy, they'll say, "Oh, no, you just faked this. You just went behind the Apollo thing and act like you was DJ." Oh my God, it's just hilarious. Bustetto and Akeem, tell your boy, say, yeah, and FaZe made that up too. Like I, oh my God, look, look, here we go. Oh my God, how's that? Okay, wait a minute. What happened? Where'd it go? Okay. All right. Another concert, hip hop concert. This is a concert, you know, and they'll tell you, that that's me. That's me on the stage. That's me DJing. And I can't make that up. Like that's something I can't. What am I gonna say? Oh, I didn't do that. I didn't do that. I did that. And so, oh my God, it's hilarious when you really think about it. It's hilarious. Okay, let me go back to the comments because of just from that little bit of talk, I didn't. Oh, they're still shouting each other up. Yeah. Um, somebody said they're right there. I don't know who that is, but okay. Uh-oh, I think I saw the name. I think I seen the name. I think I seen the name. Okay, let's go back because I think I seen the name. Let's see. I'm getting happy. Okay, DJ FaZe. Okay, it was good. Gary Garage, peace. DJ FaZe, Philly in the house. Okay. Illy H6X says, I'm going to start putting some of these up. Says break extension technique known as quick cut or mixing between the breaks in the 70s disco era. No, 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 no. Uh-uh. Okay, let me explain. All right. In the creation of hip hop, there was no such thing as a quick cut. That's just, if anybody tells you that there was a quick cut in the creation of hip hop, they're lying. Straight up, they're lying. If anybody tells you that the disco era was before the creation of hip hop, they're lying. All right. They are lying. So LEH6X, I don't know where you got that from, but they're lying. And you would have to be there to see exactly what I'm telling. And tomorrow I'll explain it and actually show it. I'm going to set up the camera and show it tomorrow. Okay. Um, DJ Walter Gibbons applied parallel break techniques. Again, again, you know, these guys are you're talking first of all, let me explain something to you. In the creation of hip hop, the creation of hip hop in 70 and 71, we did not use the handles DJ right off the bat. Okay. So if somebody says they're DJ this or they're DJ that, the only people, and they were still not known as DJs, it was the disc jockey from the radio station. And that's it. The creation of hip hop, there was no title DJ. So that's wrong right off the back. Okay. Right off the back. Okay. Oh God. Okay. Ask DJ Hollywood. There you go. About Gibbons and watch him go quiet. Yeah. Because I just did a thing about Hollywood, and you should see the comments. You should see the comments. Go look on the Culture Since 71 or the Grandfathers of Hip Hop, and you'll see we just did it. We just did it. Okay. So, yes. All right. Faze, my aunt was Joan Thomas from Story Avenue in Metcalf, and her son was Edward. You probably knew them. Yes, I know Miss Joan. Wow. Okay, and you're burnished the bridge. Of course, I know, Miss Joan. Wow. Okay, Eddie. Wow, I haven't heard the name in a long time, but yes, yes, that's the Lafayette crew. Wow, wow. That's good to hear. Furnace, welcome to the chat. Welcome to my channel. Subscribe, like, share, and donate. Okay, definitely. Ka says what's up. Okay. This I don't know who this is, but I'm not gonna go there anymore. Okay, so Mr. T said it. Mr. T said it. And of course, Princess Mina said it. She said it. Okay. So now the picture that let me go back. Let me go back. Let me go back. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. Okay. I can do this. Now, let me go back to the comments. Go back to the comments. Hold on. Hold on. Go back to the comments. Okay. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let me go back up. Right there. That's where I wanted to go. Okay. So now, all right. Oh, no, that's not the one I wanted. I wanted this one. This one, right? No. No. That's the one I wanted. Okay. So now, that, my friends, is DJ Smokey. Smokey of the Smokatrons. All right. Now, Smokey, all right, knew me as a little boy. He knew me as the little drummer boy. He knew me as having a lot of breaks. A lot of breaks. Okay. That's what DJ Smokey knew because, like I said in the beginning, he wasn't DJ Smokey. He was just Smokey, and the Smokatrons. All right. DJs was the name, the title DJ came later on. And this is what I just, oh my God. So, in the beginning, in the creation of hip hop, if you had a flyer, if there was a flyer, it wouldn't say DJ Smokey, DJ Mario, it wouldn't say that, okay, in the creation of hip hop, okay? So this is just exact proof of people got it twisted so bad. You know how many people have never even heard of Smokey or ever heard him play? Never heard him play. And it was so funny. Oh my God. I wish somebody was here to tell you when I saw him that. So people were there already at this function. People were there. And he was sitting there for a long time, just sitting there. And as soon as I got there and I seen him, I just went straight to him, like, yeah, oh my God. He said my name and he was like, is this the? And I said, yes. And you see my face. All right. That's how happy. And look at his face. You can see his face. He hadn't seen me in 40 something years. More than that. He hadn't seen me in 50 years or more. And so this is what I'm trying to tell you about the hip hop history, creation. People don't even know that that was Smokey. And so when they see me go straight directly to him and we started taking pictures, then people started trying to figure out who he was or whatever. And then they wanted to start taking pictures with him. And he told me in my ear, he said, I don't know these people. He told me, I don't know these people. And it's so funny. Like I said, people did not even know who he was. And pioneers was there. The pioneers were there. This was a function. This was a event. And pioneers was there, and they did not know it was Smokey until I went up there to Smokey, and I was like, "Oh my God!" And I hugged him. He hugged me, and everything. And that's what it is. So that just proves a lot. That proves a lot. It really does. It really does. People do not even know how much that proves right now. Anyway, okay, so let me go back. Oh my God. And okay, Mina said the other one too. Oh goodness gracious. Okay, DJ Smoking. All right. Hold on. Let's put Cos up. Oh, that's a nice K. That's a nice K, Cos. Did you do that K? That's a nice K. Facts. The attitude, slang, and fashion came before the cutting and scratching. Of course. So this person that said something about the quick mix theory and all of that quick cut theory, all of that is and the disco era and all that. All of that is something that you read. That's something that you read. You read in a magazine, or you hear, you watch a video or something, and they tell you that. But that's all a myth for the creation of hip hop. None of that stuff came at the creation of hip hop. And that's what I was telling you guys the other day, that it had to start somewhere. People didn't just jump, and it had to start. There was a creation of anything. When you make a cake, you create a cake, you got to start with the ingredients. Oh my God. I raised in Webster Projects. I remember the block parties on Clay Avenue Webb in Washington, and that was later. That was later. Yes, yes. Webb Avenue and Washington, yeah, Clay Avenue. Go up the hill where the stairs is at. Yes, we used to be over there too. That was a major little spot near the nine that we used to go to, and the girls were over there. So yes, yes. But that was later on. That was way after the actual creation of it. Okay. Yes, yes. Webster, that's nine was no joke. Um, okay. Okay. I don't know. Who is this people? Tell me who this is. Who is this guy? Who's this Urban Exegesis Studios? Who is that? Somebody tell me. Somebody knows who this guy is. Tell me who he is. Because I don't know if he is who I think he is, but I gotta find out. Mr. T says, "Uh oh, mm, is it? Uh oh, whoa, okay, ha ha ha. What are you doing here?" Oh goodness. What are you, oh my God. Listen, I know you were supposed you apologize and everything. And as a man, but everybody's telling me it was a fake apology. But I went back and I looked at Bustetto's commentary of the whole deal that we made or whatever, and you didn't hold your bargain. And he said the best thing was you should have just came to me and said, "Yo, FaZe, listen, man, I didn't know. People were telling me this, people were telling me that. I didn't know, but you just give me just give me that pass, and whatever, and then you should apologize then, and then it would have been valuable. It would have been okay, but you didn't." And so all of those people that saw that, they were able to make videos behind it. Don't you see what that did to your credit, your credibility? It did. And if you're supposed to be someone, it would have been better. And this is what I just want to tell you straight up since you're here. It would have been better for you to ask. Instead of telling me, or telling everybody and saying that I was a liar and this didn't happen, ask, because you weren't there. You didn't know none of the people that was going on. You didn't know anything. You had to, like you said, do research. And if you're doing research with a lie already, then that's all you're getting. You're getting lies. The flyer for Herc that the whole thing was based on was a lie. So the information that you were getting was a lie, brother, man. Like, you can't see that. And you were doing, you were trying, and I said it was absolutely genius for you to say my name, get something stirring, so that they can see your name or hear your name, and but you did it the wrong way. You could have did it the right way by saying, "Hey man, did this happen? Was this going on?" Because no matter how you slice it, no matter how you slice it, point blank period, Puerto Ricans were not nowhere around of the creation of hip hop. Point blank period. Straight up. Nothing that was 50-50 with Puerto Ricans and hip hop. Nothing. They didn't contribute to the DJ music. They didn't contribute to the microphone check talking. They didn't contribute to the dancing. And they definitely didn't contribute to the fashion. So why? Why were you, you should have asked. You should have asked. You didn't even know about Smokey. You didn't know about Smokey. People had to finally say after so anyway, your apology, I hear you. I hear you. But it's not sincere to me. It really isn't. But I'm not gonna, like I don't call you names anymore. I just don't mention you. I just leave you alone. I don't say anything. And I know still to this day, all your minions, whatever you want to call them, whatever ghouls or whatever you want to call them, all of them can say the same thing. I don't say nothing. Leave them. Go ahead. If they want to talk about me, go ahead. Just go ahead. All right. And I just wanted to say that since you're here. Okay. Princess Mina said the same thing. She knew who that bald head was. She knew who that bald head was that was there at a phase event that said no, Faze is a liar, that this, whatever. Why would you go to a liar, a person that is a fraud, a person that, why would you go to this event if you're such a big pioneer or whatever? You wouldn't dare go to my event. You wouldn't dare. But yet and still, you were there front and center. Front and center. All right. And even till this day, if you had got on on the dance floor and Young Black was there, or Lil Keith was there, or any of us was there, it don't burnt you. Just keep it real. We would have burnt you if you listening right now. We would have burnt you, like just destroyed you. And this old age that we are now. Oh, I was so young and whatever. Nah, everybody that was there in that picture knew. What did I didn't have to say nothing. I didn't have to say nothing. They were like, yo, that's Booby. That's Booby. You know how many people came up to me and were like, yo, Booby, yo, remember this? Booby, did remember that? So if I was too young, how those people know me? How those people can tell me, yo, this is what you did. Yo, you remember when you did this? Or you remember when you did that? If I'm too young, how would they know me? Oh, man. Man. Okay. Okay, look. He goes to every tribute for my father that FaZe does. Everyone. Every single one. Every single one. All right? But yet it's still, oh, no, nah, man. No. Okay. Nobody in the pictures looked like they was playing handball. Oh God. Oh my goodness. Oh God. Oh, oh God, Venus, look what Venus said. The handball players was on the outside of the park looking in. Right. They were looking in. And I guess that looking in was the part that was 50-50. Oh my God. People that are here now. Do you understand why I'm talking and why I say these things? Because if we don't step up and say there's going to be people like this that just will continue the lie. They'll continue the lie. Like they will just keep on and just continue the lie. For what? For what? Why do they want to take something from us so bad? Like, why? I don't get it. Maybe you guys can make me understand that. Can you guys make me understand that? Go into the chat and make me understand that. Why do these people want to take something from us so bad? Why do they want to be us so bad? Why do they want to claim our creation so bad and say that it's theirs? Why? Why? Why do they come on my channel on my thing and with 100 different names and all of that and say, oh, FaZe wasn't this or FaZe didn't do this or he's a liar? Why? Why? If I'm a liar, it should be the last person you want to go on their page and listen to because I'm a liar. So why? I'll never understand it. I'll never understand it. Mina facts wearing they Chuck Norris jean jackets with a I can't mess with this guy. I can't mess with this guy. This guy's gonna make me laugh too much, man. Okay. Uh-oh. Urban Exegesis Studios. Show them the photo of you with the staff of the Rochester Public Library. Oh my goodness. And see, I promised I wasn't gonna say nothing. But do you see what you caused, brother? I mean, do you see what you thought you was doing actually backfired on you? It did. When it didn't have to backfire on you. It didn't. It could have actually worked in your favor. It could. And it's just like, oh my God. Oh man, hey, Akeem, what's going on, man? Where was you at? Where was you at? Okay. I'm gonna put it up there. Now, do you see that? Do you see that? Cologne, you were supposed to be talking, right? You were supposed to stop after our bet, if you want to call it, our agreement. You were supposed to stop talking. And you didn't. You tried your best. You tried your best to make me a liar. You tried your best with this underhanded type of thing to make me feel like, not me feel like, but make people see that I was lying. Like that's what you wanted to have. And it backfired on you. Look at all the people that made videos. Look at all the videos you had to take down. I ain't gonna talk no more about you, man. But it's sad. It's really sad. Paul Roberts. Too bad he has no person photos of hip hop from back in the day show on his channel. Exactly. Not one. Not one. Unbelievable. Okay. I'm here just engaging. Engaging on what? What are you engaging on? To be honest, what are you engaging on? You're going to try to take my information and run and say, oh, well, this is this, or this is this, or this is that. Why? Why? Why would you, if you remember, you was there. You know what happened. You lived in the Bronx. You could tell what happened. You know. You know how old I am. You know what I was doing at this age. You know that hip hop didn't start in 70 and 71. You know this already. So what are you engaging on? Okay. What came first, DJ or spinner? Well, I'm gonna be honest with you, and this is real talk. You might be on the Jamaican persuasion because we never use spinner. We never use spinner. It was DJ or just a regular name. And if you, like I said, when you talk about the creation, see, a lot of people, I could tell that by your comments and stuff that you didn't know, you weren't there. You weren't there. But that's okay. That's okay. I'm glad you're asking questions. I'm glad you're asking questions. Unlike some other people that swear they know so much and they don't know nothing. But yeah, there was no. It wasn't. DJ came after the creation of hip hop, and then people started having labels and stuff. Okay. Um, we need a restraining order. I gotta leave that up there for a minute. Oh, goodness. Princess and China Black y'all and something else. Like I mean, like this is like wow. I think we need a restraining order in these chats. Stalking is a crime. Oh my goodness, you guys. I'm having fun. I'm having fun. Okay. All right. I think that's about it. I went past the thing. Um, okay. Okay. He says, now I'm gonna bring it back because I saw this. He says, I told you my apology was sincere. I'm subscribed to his channel and got the notification. Okay. So, what did you apologize for? Let's start with that. What did you apologize for? What was sincere? What apology did was sincere? Did you apologize for having this agreement and breaking the agreement? Do you did you apologize for calling me a liar and saying that I wasn't there and that nobody knew me and everything? It was obvious that everybody, everybody that was a so-called pioneer or pioneer from back in the days knows me. They know me by name. They can call me. I could call them. So let's go through the list. Flash, your Bambada, your Herc, your Breakout, your Theodore, your Mean Gene, your Melly Mel, your Raheem, or every single person that was on the DJ MC hip hop scene knows me without a doubt. And not only do they know me, but they can call me by the names that I used. They know me. So did you apologize for saying that? That nobody knew me? Did you apologize for that? You didn't. And so that's why they say that it wasn't sincere because you were, it's like you were saying stuff to try to make people believe that what I wasn't saying was true, but what you were saying was true. And what you were saying was true was a lie. You were the liar. You were the liar. Everybody caught you in several lies. And you definitely lied about the people that you were calling so-called that said that this person said this and everything. I talked to some of the people and they were like, you're gonna listen to this dude. Anyway, okay. Um, okay. Grandmaster DST brought Smokey to the event that day. Rob the Gold, who was down with DST, is Smokey's younger brother. Okay, this is the guy that claims that I went to school Sousa with him. This is what he said. He said that I went to Sousa with him, which I never went to Sousa. He said that I was in the window looking out and people told me about the jams and stuff. I wasn't repping Bronxdale. This is what this guy says. Now, first of all, let me tell you something. Why are you so jealous of me? What do you get out of being jealous of me? Why are you here? If I'm so much fake or whatever, why are you here listening or whatever to me? Why? Why are you so jealous? Like what am I so much that you have to be jealous of me? There's millions of people to be jealous of. So why do you have to be jealous of me? Why do you have to mention me in the comment or say something a bit? Why? Why are you so like infatuated with me? I don't get it. And you think I don't know who you are, but I know who you are. And that's the problem. Like, what you see me? Why, if you had a beef or something, why you couldn't just come and say whatever it was? And with whatever you wanted to do, we'd do it. Why? Why do you have to go behind the internet and all that? What's wrong with you? Like, what do you get out of that? That's a sick individual. For real. And you need help. You really need help. Honestly. You need help because you've been jealous of me for a long time. A long time. Never lived in the hood. Never been around none of the people. Never. That's the why you only talk about DST because DS is eating wall. So you lied and said that I was because you don't know me. You don't know. You just jealous of me, man. Get a life, yo. Get a life. For real. Get a life. Damn. Okay. Hold on. Akeem said, Cologne, did you apologize for lying on FaZe? No. 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 Akeem, and then, okay, then look what he said. Okay. Look, this is what he said. Now, Akeem asked him the question, right? Look, Akeem said it. Cologne, did you apologize for lying on FaZe? And look what he said. Akeem, lying on him? See? Like you don't know what I'm doing, what Akeem was talking about. But you see these tactics. Do you guys, people in the chat, do you see these tactics? Do you see this? He goes, Akeem says, did you apologize for lying on FaZe? Did you apologize? And then he goes, Akeem, what are you talking about? Lying on him? I didn't lie on him. And Bustelo does it the best. Bustelo goes, he got the one guy, I forget the name, the guy's name. I love it so much. Bustelo goes, I really like you. You lie a lot. You lie a lot. And that cracks me up every time I see it, man. Bustelo, get with me, man. Get with me, man. I got a lot of work for you, man. A lot of work. But do you see what I'm talking about, people? This is what I'm talking about, and that's just it. That's how it is, man. Oh God, facts, facts. Right, right. Okay, look. Of course, claiming he didn't DJ at the TPB. Of course. Remember, he said that. And then he was so professional. Well, I don't see where he did that. And he could have made a picture and just went behind the turntables and took a picture. It looks like a photo op. Remember that, right, Akeem? Am I lying, Akeem? Am I lying? Did he not say that? It could be a photo. You see him with the mic in his hand, and that could be a photo op. Just like this other guy, this just Thomas guy. They just, oh my God, man. It's hilarious. It is hilarious. The stalker. Dr. Columbus. Oh, I know this guy's not back here. How did this guy get back here? Oh my God. Unbelievable, man. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. It's something else. Oh man. Uh let me see. Phase, work on a book. You're turning into the official hip hop historian. Well, Jamal around the world. I am working. I've been working on a book, honestly, since the '90s, and I've got a lot. When the book does come out, trust me, everybody's gonna run and hide. They're gonna run and hide because the lies, all the lies that you hear, and I have proof. Like I tell everybody all the time, everything that I say, I have proof. I have proof. I have proof. I have proof. So that's why anything I'm going to talk about, like just like when if I show you some British walkers, bam, I'm gonna show you the British walkers. Talk about a quarterfield, bam, I'm gonna tell you about quarterfield. If I tell you about I was DJing at this time, bam, I'm gonna tell you about DJing that time. I showed the picture of me younger than 5 years old with records in my hand, 45s in my hand, and a closing plate. Nobody has ever, none of the historians, none of the pioneers, the creators have shown, not nobody has ever shown a picture of 45s in their hand at a young age, as young as I was, and a closing plate. So yes, the book is on its way. Okay. Cologne was in there in his dreams. Facts, facts. Okay, cool. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Cool DJ Face. He's in a timeout in the corner with a dunce cap on and a court jester cap. Don't worry. Oh God, Riri, you off the chain with that one. You off the chain with that one. Oh God, make it plain, brother. Okay, hold on. Oh man, I just missed what. Oh man, I gotta go back to that one. Hold on. I gotta put this one up. Gotta put this one up. And I see the people, a lot of the agents and stuff are leaving. Okay, they don't want this smoke. Okay, Collins' followers are just as bad. They haven't said about Cologne lying about being there in the beginning after he finally said he wasn't. Well, what does that mean? What does that mean? That they're just as bad. They're just as bad. And there's a lot of them. There's a lot. See, okay, let me say this to you, China Black. Let me tell you this. Why Puerto Ricans and Jamaicans are mad. I'm going to just clear this up right now. I don't even have to talk about it anymore. Jamaicans and Puerto Ricans are so mad because number one thing is they never liked us. They never liked us. It goes back far where they never liked us. They saw that everybody in the world wanted to be us. Everybody. Everybody in the world wanted to copy everything that we did. Everything. They know that they don't have that soul that we have in us. And they could never get it. They could never obtain it. They could never buy it. There's nothing that they could do to get our souls. Nothing. So, with that being said, deep down, they hate us. They really do. And if you notice when we snap on them and they don't have no comeback, they hate us even more. When we tell them the truth about how they dressed and that there's no such thing as 50-50 with them, they hate us even more. But they're so attracted, they're so consumed with trying to be us that they cannot stop watching. They cannot. They cannot. They cannot. And then when I talk and tell the truth and they hear the truth, you should see all of them that never met me before, never seen me before in my life, in their life, but say, I don't like Faze. I don't like him. DJ Faze is a fraud. You should see the comments. I see the comments. I see them. But that's the reason why. Because they hate the truth. They hate that we know. They hate that we're not giving up hip hop, that they can't get it. They know nothing that they could do to get it. They know they'll never have our soul ever, ever. And it tears them up. So that's it. So I feel sorry for them now. I remember I was getting on them and before and everything, but I feel sorry for them now because I know no matter what they do, they'll never be us. They could dress like us. They could wear their hair like us. They could do everything, walk like they could do everything they want. They can't dance like us. They can't. They cannot. And that's just it. Point blank, period. Okay, he should have stayed and listening. No, I know he's probably out of here. I know he probably he was like, they're not gonna get me. Thank you for putting out the trash. Thank you for putting out the trash. Okay. Oh my goodness. Of course, I knew Phase, and I got a good memory. Right, Princess. Of course. Oh God. Oh God. Chloe, hit that like button. Yo, Akeem Bosteto, y'all guys is off the. I love you guys, man. For real, man. I love you guys, man. Okay, that's almost it for me. Um, I got see, and this is what I'm saying. We're this is something we can do all day, right? And that's the problem. Now, we could do it and we could take it. That's how we always been. When we were snapping, we'll laugh at the snaps about us. We'll laugh because it's funny. We'll laugh, but they can't take it. They can. If you say a snap on them, they don't got nothing to say, and they'll cry and all of that stuff. They want to get you and everything because they can't take it. That's it. Bustetto, what up? What up? Oh man, listen, Bustetto, I see you here, man. I don't know what time you came in, but listen, man, you need to get at me, man. Please. You got my number. I hope you got my number. Call me, man. Call me. I got work for you, man. Call me. I didn't know. I didn't put two and two together. Remember that was you came to the event. So yes, please get at me, man. Get at me. Um, there he is. I think the good doctor got the boot. I'm gonna hit the like button for him. You guys, yeah. Oh God, I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here. I didn't want to do that so bad. Yo, my boy is in here, Dr. Bombay, because they never had a pair of British Walkers. Never. Never, ever, ever. And you missed it. I showed the British Walkers. I showed the difference of the real British Walkers. I showed the champagne, the real champagne, not the shit that they got. I showed the big bottle, got the little bottle, big bottle from AJ Lester. I showed that, doctor. I showed that. I showed it. And like I said, the people is hating. They hating. You should have seen that the Thomas guy, man, hating. Oh, you ain't know about that. Oh, people told you about that. The OGs and gangsters told you. Just from talking like that shows that you're a nerd. You're a nerd. You give me the doctor, he's a nerd, and he's like he hates the fact that I'm doing this now. I'm bubbling, and people is knowing me, and he hates that. So he gets on there and just says it. All right, DJ, are they not? DJ, they are not pioneers. They are lioneers. Exactly, the Lion Kings. Oh wow. Oh wow. Riri said they want to steal from us because there's no one in the world like our people. And that's real. That's so real, Riri. That's so real. And they cannot be us. No matter what they do, even back in the days when they used to blow their hair out, they just couldn't be us. They couldn't, and they wanted to so bad. They want us to say that they're 50-50 so bad. They don't. Okay, yes, he could have got a pass. I would have gave him a pass because that's how I am. I would have gave him a pass. But no, he went about it the wrong way. Like he couldn't. Oh my God. But listen, and y'all can get mad at me all I want you want to, but that's how they all are. They all are like that. And I said it. You guys might be thinking it, but I said it. They are all like that. And the nerds that are down with us or whatever with us, they're the same way. There's a couple of nerds. And when I mean nerds, they don't have no heart. They don't have no gut. They don't have no nothing. They the ones that punk out. Point blank, period. That's how it is. Okay, I keep on saying I gotta go, but I gotta go, really. I gotta go. Hold on. Who's this? Save yourself. Nah. I wish FaZe was there when Fat Joe and French Montana said Jamaicans created hip hop. No, I don't want to been there because they didn't accept the challenge. Lord Jamar made a challenge. I got a matter of fact, I'm gonna get Lord Jamar on here. He came on here with me a couple of times, but I'm gonna get him back on here. And we're gonna talk about because we celebrated. We gave him 7 days or something like that to answer the challenge, and nobody answered. Fat Joe, Buster Rhyme, who else? Flash, Bambada, all of them. We gave the challenge to Crazy Legs, all of them. We gave the challenge to, and nobody answered, and they all saw it. They all saw it. Savior, they all saw it. They didn't do it. So that's what it is. Okay. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Oh my God. Oh my God. That was it. That was it. He said that. Oh, I wish FaZe was there when Fat Joe and French Montana claimed Jamaicans created hip hop. Fat Joe didn't show up for the debate request though. No, nobody did. That's the whole thing. Nobody answered it. If they answered it, we would have did the cipher. We would have did it. Nobody, yo, we was ready. Yo, Jamal was calling me every day. Yo, God, he was like, yo, we go, yo, and I said, yo, I got this ready, I got this ready. And we were waiting, like, even to the seventh day, yo, we was like, yo, let them just one of them show up. Like one of them. He was going, prove it right there. And none of them showed up. None of them. And we were, like I said, me and Lord Jamal, we were so ready. We were so ready. But no, they didn't. Hold on. Facts. After FaZe did a video on hip hop fashion, and the Good Doctor did a video on bronze fashion. No, he didn't. You lying. You lying, Bustetto. You lying. I know that didn't happen. I know he didn't do that. He did that? Oh man. Oh, I didn't see it. I didn't see none of his videos, to be honest with you. Even when they send them to me, I just, oh man. Oh man. Hey, you guys. Hey, you guys. Listen. 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 Now, you see how this is working, right? You see, I don't have a super chat. I don't have a super chat. Don't have that. I'm not I forget what they call it, where people pay to be a member. I don't have none of that. So it says we appreciate donations, Phase Track Cash App, bumbeats at hotmail.com for PayPal. Do it, guys. Do it. Let me go to the Cash App and see where you guys appreciated me. Do it. Come on. Do it. Why not? If you guys can, if y'all here, y'all listen. I mean, because some of them people do it. They do. They like, and they know what it is. So they do it. So you guys, come on, do it. Hold on. From a technical standpoint, Sun is still trash. Who? Which one? I don't know who you're talking about, Illy. Let us know who you're talking about. Okay. Say who you're talking about. Glow needs a prescription for him to stop lying. No, he's not gonna get anything. He's gonna continue. Hold on. China Black said the Bustetto. I heard about Cologne's fashion video. I didn't hear about it. Do anybody Bustetto? Do you got it? If you got it, show clips of it because I didn't see it, and that's a perfect example. Now, these people that say that I'm this and I don't know this and I'm that, I was too young and all of that, they watch every single thing that I do. Every single thing. Now, if you don't like somebody and you believe somebody, why would you watch every single thing that they do? Like, why would you do? How does that make sense? And they watch every single. I don't watch their stuff. I don't watch none of their stuff. But they watch. Like I said the other day, right? I saw a video, an interview with Charlie Rock. Now, if you go through every single video of Charlie Rock, every single one, he never talked about dancing to the beat. He never, on none of the videos, go way back to all of his first video, all of that, all his interviews and all of that. He never talked about dancing to the beat. I say about dancing to the beat, and that was my campaign about how they didn't do dance to the beat. And he gets on the interview and says, "Oh yeah, because see, we were the difference with us is we were dancing to the beat." Huh? Huh? I did the Scooby Doo, and I'm like, somebody said that to me though. Okay, I'm gone. I'm gone. Y'all guys are not gonna keep me here all night. Oh man, they're still there. They're still there. Everybody's still there. Okay. I love you guys. I love you guys. I cannot just keep on because you guys are going in. You got to get Zelle or Super Chat for donations. I have Zelle. I have Zelle. But you guys, y'all guys, there's not. First, you say you don't have Cash App, then you say you don't have PayPal. Now so listen, if you want to be a part, yes, I'm gonna get it to where I get the super chat. I'm gonna do that. That's a fact. Riri's working on the stuff for me right now, and but listen, guys, like come on, man. You know somebody that got Cash App. You know somebody that got PayPal. Just give them a couple of dollars and tell them to put it in the net. That's it. There should be no excuses. No excuses. I had a pair of British jellies. Okay. I disagree. There's about 15, 20 dudes that are super delusional. It sure is. They were all scared when FaZe called them. Yes, yes, yes. Because I was letting them know, like, yo, I was saying their names. There was like, and they heard it. They knew what I was talking about. I was like, putting it out there, So yeah, they was super fearful, and that's what like these guys too. Also, these guys that say, "Oh, the fear and all of that," phase was this and all that. They never ever. Well, I'm not even going to conduct that. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is. All right. When FaZe made the challenge, everyone got scared. Yep. And act like they didn't know. Act like they didn't see me. Act like they didn't heard. They didn't know. They didn't know. They don't know FaZe. They ain't never heard of FaZe. Oh, they don't heard FaZe. Okay. Do you really? I know you didn't really ask me this, JG. I know you didn't ask me this. Okay, let me tell you what the trends would have been. see who starts me? You see who starts me. All right. I was not going in at all the whole night, but you see who starts me. So let me tell you what the trends would have been from this vantage, people. It would have been patent leather shoes to kill the roaches. It would have been purple, orange, yellow, green, black, pink with high waters. Okay, so everybody would have started wearing high waters. Okay. Um God. Straight hair. Oh, oh God. Okay, oh, that's it. But yes, Marvin, monetized. Yes, Mom, I'm not monetized. I'm not. But we're working on it. We're working on it. Puerto Ricans I'm cool with are nothing like Cologne. A lot of New Ricans can't stand him. Yes, let me put that up there too. Now, this is and I'm being serious now. I, me, DJ Faze, had some Puerto Ricans in my life that were like family. I could walk in a house. The mother would treat me like the rest of the kids. They could come in our house, treat them just like regular, and that was it. They would the moms would ask my mom what should they get them to dress. My moms would sometimes take them to get it or get it for them. That was it. They listened to our music. They wanted to, they love our cooking. They loved it. They used to come to our house because they didn't want to eat what they was eating. So they would come to our house. My moms would feed them. And they were really cool. Like they were cool. So the fact that when people say that, oh, I'm racist or I'm against Puerto Ricans, that's so far away from the truth that it's really it's pathetic. But they use that because that's the only way they could say that I'm wrong. That's the only way. So yes, there are a lot of good Puerto Ricans. There are a lot of them. And that's it. Okay. I think that's it. I keep on saying it, but I'm going. I'm going. All right, guys. Listen, like, share, subscribe, donate, hit that what's the button that you hit? The notification button. Hit that. And I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow. Same bat time, same back channel. I got a lot in store for you guys tomorrow, a lot in store. So you see, I got the picture thing going now. So I know what to do. And so, yes, it's going to be on like popcorn, on like popcorn. I'm going to leave the Cash App and the Bum Beats up there for a minute so we can see exactly what it is. And I'm going to throw a couple of pictures up there and we're out. So peace and love, fam. Peace and love.